Hi, everybody. I thought the best way to explain everything is to videotape me explaining what we're going to be doing with this investing unit that we're starting. As you know, because of COVID-19, the markets have been very volatile, meaning that a lot of companies that we can own as part of investments are struggling and some are having some success. I want to show you a little bit about what you can do when you start your careers in terms of where to put your money and some advice. So, the first thing I'm going to show you is that I put these notes in here for you, just defining a stock as owning a share of a corporation. Now, owning a share, like I own Starbucks, that's an investment. I can't go to a Starbucks, walk behind and just tell the barista, can you make me one of these? I'm going to grab a couple sandwiches and leave because I'm owner. It doesn't work that way. I'm just investing in the company and I'm part owner that way. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the spreadsheet that you're going to work on. It looks complicated, but I'm going to do the first one for you, and then the rest will be pretty basic, okay? The first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go into finance.yahoo.com or Yahoo Finance and open that up. And here you're going to get indicators of how the market is doing for the day. If it's in green, it means it's doing well. And if it's in red, it means it's doing poorly. So over the last couple months, it's mostly been in the red. And that's basically called a bearish market. Good times are called a bullish market. So ways to indicate how the market's doing are these four indicators. The first is the S&P 500. That takes the 500 largest companies and it does a ratio and plugs in a formula to see how they're doing for the day. So the S&P measures 500 companies. The Dow Jones, which is the one that's been in existence the longest, and what most news channels discuss, is 30 companies. And right now the Dow is up 370 points and the market just opened 20 minutes ago. So it's off to a really good start. The NASDAQ is all technology companies and companies that are just hitting the market for the first time. And that's doing well. And then the Russell 2000 are 2,000 of the smallest companies. And it rates how those ones that aren't well known or haven't been around for a long time, how they're doing in the market. Because you could invest in multiple companies. So to learn a little bit more about individual companies, I created this spreadsheet in the past. And what you're going to do, and I'm just going to start we're going to do up to K, A through K. And it's pretty easy. I'll do Amazon for you. So the first thing you're going to do in Yahoo Finance, so you'll have both sheets open. You'll have the stock symbol sheet and you'll have the Yahoo Finance sheet. So the first thing I do is I look at the ticker symbol, and that's every company has a symbol. And I'm going to type that in right here. My daughter is filming for me, so she's got it right there for you. I type in the ticker AMZN, and it pops up Amazon, and I click on it. Okay. So I'm going to open and go back here and type in Amazon as the name of the company. Okay. The current price is, if I wanted to buy one share of Amazon, it's $2,300, and it's moving a lot. Right now, $84.14. I'm just going to put in $2,385 even. It's going to move throughout the day. Whenever you do this assignment, it's going to be changed, so don't worry about that. And when you hit enter, I already set up dollar signs for you. So that's the current price, $2,385. Okay. Now that's real expensive compared to most other companies. One of the most expensive stock companies in the world. I also put in before COVID-19 that at that point I put Valentine's Day, the price was $2,155. So you see, Amazon is actually doing better because a lot of people are shopping more online. You get, ladies and gentlemen, 11 years ago, or September 2009, you could have bought one share for $78. So if you could imagine, if I bought it back then and never sold it, I really would make a really large profit per share. Okay, so I plugged in the current price, I gave you the Valentine's Day price, and I told you what it was back in September of 2009. Now, the next thing is, does it give a dividend? And we talked about this a while back. A dividend is a bonus just for owning the shares. To do that, I need to look here. And where it says dividend, if it has NA, that means they don't have a dividend. It's not applicable. Some companies give one, some don't. So for example, I'm going to go right to, I know Home Depot does. So just to show you what one would look like, if I plugged in Home Depot, they give a dividend. They're basically giving $6 for every share you own, which is great. Okay. I'm going to go back to Amazon now. Okay. So back to the spreadsheet. The PE ratio is the price of the stock compared to how much money they're making. And you don't have to do any math here. What I want you to just look up that number. And the PE ratio right here is 103.73. I use this number a lot to determine if the stock price is comparable to how much money they're making. And this really isn't. Anything over 25 means the price of the stock is a little high compared to how much money they're making. I look at it that way, but not a big deal. The next two is, what's the highest and lowest price Amazon has been in the last 52 weeks since April 22nd of 2019. And I look here at the 52-week range. The lowest it's been is $1,626, and the highest it's been is $2,461. So I'm going to, you don't have to put the cents in here, it's okay. So 1626 and 1461. Okay. Now here where it gets a little tricky. Drew, thanks for your patience. She's going to go play Fortnite with her brother in a little bit. All right. If I sold my shares right now based on what the price was in September of 2009, how much money would I make? And I need to switch this right here because I added this extra row in there. So let me change this to E, and I'm going to change this to E. Okay. So here we go. I put the formula in for you, but it's going to be all set up. So I type in the equal sign. I'm going to click on the current price of Amazon. I'm going to subtract what I paid for it back in 2009, and I would have made $2,306 for every share I owned. So if I owned 100 shares, I'd make 100 times $2,000, basically $2,300, quite a bit of money. Okay. I also want to figure out what percentage gain is that. What's the percentage gain? We learned that savings accounts are like 0.01. This will show you how great it is if you could pick the right company. And I'm going to click on the gain or loss divided by what I paid for it back in September of 2009. and I gained 2,940%. A little bit better than the 0.01 that you guys were making money on in your savings accounts. I do have to switch this to J because that row I answered in there. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, you don't have to plug in the formulas anymore. Once you get that, other data in for these other companies, you're just going to drag the formula down. And I think you learned that with me not too long ago. You're just going to move the cursor till you get to that, so that arrow turns into a cross, and you're just going to click and hold and drag it down. And it will do all the math for you for this one and for this one. So this formula stays in every single cell for you. Okay? So that's just to sum up what we're going to do. You're going to take the next one, CMG, which is Chipotle. I'll do this one quickly for you. Chipotle's current price is $848.38 for one share. It does not give a dividend. How do I know that? Because it says NA. Remember, that's a bonus for owning the shares. NA, so no. The PE ratio of Chipotle is 68.53, which is very high. It's not a good sign. It means their stock price is too high compared to how much money they're making. The 52-week range, the lowest it's been since April 22nd is $415, and the highest it's been is $940.28. So $415 and $940.28. Now here's why we're doing the second one together. Watch what I do. I go back up to the Amazon, which is in cell J5. I go to the right corner where that square is. I get the cross. I click and hold, drag down and let go, and it does the answer for me. I'll do that again. So this way you don't have to plug the formula in every time. You only have to do it one time. Go to the right corner, get the arrow to change to a cross, click and hold and drag down and let go. So you would have made $766 per share. And then the same for the percentage gain, which means you would have gained 940%, which is crazy. I put in the February prices compared to the current price because you'll see a lot of these are going to be seriously lower just because of what's happened with COVID. Okay? I hope that helps. That's the assignment you're going to be working on. I want you to read the notes, and I want you to work on this spreadsheet. Okay? Thanks. Bye.